pill-shaped pens.
A nib to me is some kind of bite-sized pretzel.
Buddy,
But
you're thinking of a nibble.
That's just my American way.
You're thinking of a nibble.
That's just my fucking American way.
A nib is a type of pen tip.
I think I might be willing to get into art recently. I started playing a Japanese video game, and I think I'm becoming obsessed with Japan.
Anime, yeah. That's one of the #1 games to make you obsessed with Japan.
Persona, yes.
You can literally like. I feel like that's the like kind of like you know, like in a video game where they have the level save code and you like the old video games, you enter the password and it like puts you right in that save state. That's like playing that game is like that's your brain code where you can like kind of like retroactively create a high school era of weebism just by playing Persona.
It's kind of what's happening to me.
Yeah,
I walked in here thinking that I was going to start I want to start talking like the text from those kind of games.
Yeah,
not in like Japanese, just like. Hello, travelers. I'm here with Patrick, and Cameron, and here we are. We're doing our work for the day. It just is so awesome, man.
It's such a fun game.
And it's making me want to move to some very small
Doesn't it make you want to hang out with Japanese high schoolers?
Badly. So badly.
What are these games about?
Persona.
They're about you're in high school. And
that's all
Japanese.
I've gotten to so far. I just walk around.
They're all different. None of them are connected. They're all just the same story in different places. It's all about you're a Japanese high schooler and you find some kind of supernatural serial killer thing going on. I had
the same feeling that you guys are talking about when I played Simpsons Hit and Run on the BART mission.
He said, "Take me to Springfield."
I was like, "Man, I want to be a Springfield child so bad."
Like a weeb for Springfield.
I'm walking around. I'm like,
to move to Springfield so badly.
I wish that this was
Cowabunga,
real,
my friends.
Yeah.
You start showing up in just the plain shirts and pants that all characters wear.
I've got my hair spiked up and it's dyed blonde. I'm just sitting, just walking around,
trying to order a Duff at every single bar you go to.
Do you have Duff?
Do you have Duff? Acting like it's got a
I'm getting a little hungry. Do you have a Tamako?
They have this incredible store in Springfield. It's called Quickie Mart.
Oh,
they have
going
everything.
into a 7-Eleven and forcing the guy behind the counter to call it a squishy for you.
Lying on your bed with your feet kicked up in the air and spending all day on TikTok swiping through people doing like, this is my trip to Quickie Mart. What I buy?
This is what Quickie Mart is like in Springfield.
You're watching TikToks that Bart and Milhouse made on your phone of them going to Quickie Mart.
This is what food is like. Wait, eat at Quickie Mart for an entire day? Okay. Here's how many calories
everything I ate doing one meal a day at Moe's Tavern.
Dude, I want to be there so badly, man.
Yeah.
Here's my day.
Can you imagine? Okay, it actually my heart just broke because can you imagine if Springfield was a real place? Can you imagine how ruined it would be by the Simpsons TV show? Can you imagine the tourists and people would flood to Moe's Tavern? They would stand on Homer and Marge's lawn all day and try to look in the windows. It would be completely destroyed.
You know what? You don't even have to. This is a real thing, bro. Universal Studios Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Wait, that's where you have to go.
I did. I've been there a lot.
I've been
there more than as my ex's dad. He was obsessed with Halloween Horror Nights, and he would fly us down.
Wait, so you saw the scary side of Springfield?
Oh, I saw spooky Springfield.
You saw a treehouse of horror type.
I would go there. My ex's dad would take us probably every single year.
That would also be a YouTube short that you'd watch. That'd be like, everybody likes Springfield, right? It's a happy, normal town, but things get a little different around October. Have you heard of Treehouse of Horror?